First off, I'm gonna start this off by saying I don't think there is a such thing as a GOAT, a greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? I think after each era, somebody blazed the trail for the next era to be better. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't be what you are today without what it was yesterday. So, when we talk about basketball GOATs, though, we're going to hypothetically go there. To me, if you're going to hypothetically go there, the top three niggas you have to put in that GOAT discussion should be Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Like, to me, it's really that. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I ain't gonna disrespect Kareem. So when you speak on top five, my nigga, them four niggas have to be there. Like that's just what it is. Kareem has the best basketball resume of all time. Hands down. The best basketball resume of all time, my nigga. You know, a lot of people put Magic Johnson before Kobe, you feel me? And don't get me wrong, Magic Johnson was a legend. And I'm going to get into a whole nother video about how I feel about Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, listen, man, I do think they are GOATs. You know what I'm saying? They are great, greatest of all time. But I also believe it was a red carpet laid out for them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I'll get into that later. But and when I speak on Magic Johnson and taking him out of the top five, I'm going to say that because Magic Johnson, y'all sit here and disqualify Kobe from being in the top five or GOAT discussion because he played with Shaq. Nigga, and what crazy, the people that say that is the double OGs, you feel me? I'm an OG myself, you feel me? But the double OGs be talking like, no, we can't count Kobe, two of Kobe championships because he played with Shaq. Nigga, do you know who Magic Johnson played with? The one that y'all put over Kobe? Magic Johnson played with two other niggas that was MVPs. Like Magic Johnson had the greatest teams of all, if not the greatest team of all time. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna say his 5 championships don't count? Like the nigga got drafted as a number one pick and came into a championship contending team. Like, come on now, that's a fucking fantasy that came to reality. Like, come on, bro. So when you talking about the top three, my nigga, top four is Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Kareem. Like that's just what it is, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, for a long time, the thing we hate about LeBron is Kobe fans. It's as soon as LeBron got in the game, they started saying he better than Kobe. They started comparing him to Jordan. You know what I'm saying? They started saying he the best player in the NBA with no ring. You feel me? Like no ring, my nigga. Like, you are already better than Jordan, Kobe. Everybody's already established in this motherfucker. You are already in the GOAT discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga probably ain't even have an MVP yet before they start saying this shit. You feel me? So, I get the fact that LeBron came in and he lived up to the expectations. Okay, media had got bigger by the time LeBron came into the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, social media was taking roots by then. You feel me? So it was a different kind of energy. And he did live up to them expectations. Like, not to compare LeBron and Kobe and Jordan, a nigga can be like, okay, we look at his resume and say, okay, yo, you know, that nigga, man, LeBron 39, my nigga. Round it out to 40. This nigga still might be the best player in the NBA. Like, the shit this nigga did against Golden State the other night, man, that nigga went God mode, boy. That nigga went Ali mode, boy. Ali mode all the way, you feel me? Like the nigga really took over the game like a real nigga supposed to, you feel me? Like, you gotta salute that. You gotta put shit like that in the GOAT discussion, you feel me? Man, my boy Kobe, I ain't even gotta get into what Kobe did, you feel me? But you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get into it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no red carpet. It was a red carpet laid off of Jordan and LeBron in a way, you feel me? Like wasn't no red carpet laid out for Kobe. If you talking about who role was tougher, Kobe came in as the 18-year-old nigga and he proved himself to make it where a motherfucker where they could look at LeBron and say, okay, yo, we can get a high school straight out and he might be just as good as Kobe. Man, nigga, imagine today if you had a nigga came straight out of high school today, teamed up with a nigga, and this nigga was averaging 30 in the playoffs at 22, at 20, 21, 22, 23. This nigga went from like averaging like 25 to 30 in the playoffs that young. If we had a nigga doing that right now and had 3 championships, boy, they'll be saying he better than LeBron. G shit, boy. Kobe was doing this shit as a young nigga, bro. Young nigga. Yeah, he had Shaq. Shaq played with a great contending team with Orlando Magic. When he had the Magic, my nigga, he couldn't get the job done. Shaq hasn't led a team nowhere without Kobe. When he won Miami, that was the Dwayne Wade team. But my nigga, when y'all talk about Kobe couldn't do it without Shaq, Shaq couldn't do it without Kobe. And Kobe did it without Shaq and was the MVP. You feel me? So you can't say, man, come on, man. Like, and for the most part, do the Lakers beat Philly without Kobe Bryant taking on the task of holding out Iverson? Who Shaq had to hold in the finals? Who Shaq had to guard in the finals, my nigga, that made him work hard on offense? They can't beat Mutombo? Tom McCullough? What happened when he went against Ben? And I ain't trying to disrespect Shaq, but I'm just saying, when Shaq went up against a dominant big man like Ben, what happened then? What happened when he went up against Hakeem? And I ain't trying to discredit Shaq, because don't get it twisted. Now, Shaq and Kobe are my favorite players ever, boy. Shaq and Kobe. But I'm just making a point here, you feel me? I'm just making a point. You know, I'm taking Shaq and Kobe. I'm taking that duo over anybody. You feel me? Like, that's how much, you know, I feel about them. No homo, pause. But, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's my point when it comes to that. Like, my nigga Kobe had the harder road out of both of them. And then when he did start, you know, you could say getting the red carpet, they snatched that bitch from him. And tried to pass the torch to a nigga while he still was dominating. And he still dominated. You feel me? So come on, man. Like, y'all double G's ain't gonna keep leaving my nigga out this top 5, bro. Like, it just ain't happening, bro. The only people that should be ahead of Kobe is LeBron, Michael, Kareem, and possibly Bill. You know, sometimes I'll be like, I don't know Bill. Now, it was about 12 teams then. And they say majority of the All-Stars was on Bill Russell team. So, I don't know if we can really credit that. I don't want to take away from the guard like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel about that. But if you modernizing the game and all that, the only niggas that you should put in front of Kobe is Kareem, Michael, LeBron. That's it. That's it. Everybody else, no. I could also make the argument that Kobe probably had the best defense out of all of them, man. And when we look at Michael Jordan's 6-0 record, bro, do y'all realize how good Scottie Pippen was? You feel me? Like, my nigga, You give LeBron Scotty, you give Kobe Scotty, in a great supporting cast, they not losing in no finals, bro. They not losing in no finals. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just being honest, bro. Listen, go watch a Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen Chicago Bulls game, and only watch Scottie Pippen, bro. And watch how much ground this nigga cover on defense. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime anybody got the ball, they gotta worry about Scottie. Rather Scottie in their face or Scottie off the ball for a steal. Like you gotta worry about it. Scottie damn near like Scottie was like nigga Ray Lewis on defensive basketball, boy. Like boy, that boy was like that defensively. Defensively, bro, Scottie was like that. Scottie and Dennis Rodman. And Jordan played with Dennis for what? Two, three of them championships. Scottie and Dennis is the greatest defensive players of all time, boy, or that I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? That I ever seen. You know, boy, them boys cover a lot of fucking ground, bro. And I'm talking about defense. Then when you go on the offensive end, boy, Scottie Pippen was a point guard. This nigga was a 6'8". He was like LeBron. Not as good. I'm not saying he was as good as LeBron. And I don't know. Maybe if you give Scottie his team early on, he probably would have been that. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? The nigga was like LeBron on that offensive end. Like the nigga he had the mid-range jumper. The nigga had the athletic ability to dunk over anybody. The nigga had the layup package. He could shoot the three. He could set up the offense. The nigga could give you 30. The nigga could give you 40. Like, bro, you can't find a better sidekick than Scottie Pippen. And salute Jordan, because Jordan always credit Scottie for that. Jordan always say, I wouldn't have been able to do this and that without Scottie, boy. Man, come on, man. Scottie and Jordan was that dude. Scottie and Jordan might have been the best players in the NBA at that time. Yeah, real shit. Scottie and Michael Jordan might have been the best players in that era. I don't care what you niggas say. I don't care who y'all name, center, point guard, such. Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan was the best players in the 90s, boy. Listen to Isaiah Thomas talk about how different Chicago Bulls was when they got Scottie Pippen. That man ain't talking crazy. Listen to John Sally talk about Scottie Pippen, bro. Like, and listen to them interviews, listen how they talk about them, and then I want you to go watch a Chicago Bulls game and only watch Scottie Pippen. And see how much ground that man cover. Like, go watch it. Another nigga that's like that, Kevin Garnett, man. Kevin Garnett, one of my favorite players of all time, my favorite power forward of all time, for sure. But these the type of niggas that they cover a lot of ground, boy. On ball, off ball, set up the offense, rebounders, like boy, it's nothing these niggas can't do. They don't get their credit, but come on, man, like Scottie Pippen, the most underrated player in NBA history, boy, because of the role he had to take. But in them 90s, boy, Scottie and Jordan was that deal. That's why couldn't nobody beat them. You got the two best players in the era on the same team. And that was the same thing, honestly, with Shaq and Kobe. You just had the two best players in that era on the same team. Now, I ain't gonna lie, LeBron ain't never had that. That's equivalent to like LeBron and Kevin Durant on the same team, some shit like that. Like, LeBron ain't never had that. He had niggas that were tough now. You know, when he played with Wade was still tough, but he wasn't Kobe. That no disrespect to Wade, but he wasn't Kobe. I'm just saying, like, I feel like Magic had, don't get me wrong, Magic had Kareem, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, hey, Larry had Kevin McHale, like, these niggas was tough. You feel me? So I'm just saying, like, but if you talking about GOATs, my nigga, let me say this one last time. If you talking about GOATs, Kareem, Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. That's just what it is. On Zeus,